Hey gamers, what's up? Welcome to the world's first Infrasound deep dive. Today we're delving deep into Mario's psyche, his motivations, his goals, his true objectives, and the dark secret that drives him to this day. The secret that Nintendo does not want you to hear. Mario is a heroic character who puts his life on the line to save princesses the world over. Or is he? What if I told you that Nintendo's mascot, Plumber Supreme, Mario himself, has other pipes on the mind? He wasn't fighting Goombas, stomping turtles, and jumping on Wiggler for the last 50 years because he wanted to bring about peace on Earth. No, Mario's actions, his very being, were motivated by something darker. His journey began under the alias Jumpman in Donkey Kong for the arcades. Did you know Donkey Kong was a worldwide hit in the 80s? Kids were packed into arcades, dropping quarters to play this masterpiece. But I digress, I'm getting off topic here. The truth of the matter is, kids were only enabling Mario's insane goals, helping him to save his girlfriend, Pauline, who he likely picked up under a Brooklyn streetlight. With the endless flow of quarters heading his way from children everywhere, Mario is more than capable of affording a skank like her. Maybe it's for the best she was kidnapped and spared from Mario's lust. Regardless of your performance in the game, Mario leaves the arcades unsatisfied. Upon toppling his nemesis Donkey Kong, Pauline's simply captured again, never to be saved. Sure, you get a high score, earning points for jumping barrels, but who cares? Mario was looking to score the ultimate prize. And thus began Mario's unending quest, a pattern of destructive behavior, which his only goal is to be rewarded by a damsel in distress in the one and only way that will satisfy him. Flash forward to Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now the Dark Wizard Koopa has invaded the Mushroom Kingdom, a mythical land in the sewers beneath Brooklyn. This is Mario's call to action once more, our hero standing firm as he delves down the pipes in search of love, or something love adjacent at least. Smashing through bricks, Goombas, and eventually Koopa himself, Mario saves the 7 Toads of the Mushroom Kingdom. But this idle heroism isn't what Mario seeks, he doesn't even give them the time of day. Our princess is in another castle, they say, and he's already out the door. Fuck you, Toad, I'm off to get laid. But it's not to be. Mario saves this Princess Toadstool and she shoots him down. Thank you, here's another quest, push A or some shit, she says, like he's supposed to be fucking grateful running errands for this bitch. He leaves, and the next morning he's on a flight to Sarasaland to save Princess Daisy. He crosses this colorless land firing super balls which are symbolic of his testicles, and he gets to Daisy, and she's a fucking fly, and the game's over because I don't have enough Duracells. Mario catches the first flight back to Brooklyn, passing out into a martini-induced coma on the flight, worrying the other passengers. But during this trip, he has a dream, working together with his wingman brother Luigi, double-dating Princess and the Toad in what we know as Mario 2, or Doki Doki Literature Club in Japan. Mario and the princess, who's empowered with flight and is by far the best character in this martini fantasy of his, work together to defeat Wart, which is symbolic of Mario's genital warts. From here, Mario realizes that Toadstool is the one woman he wants to lose his virginity to, returning to the Mushroom Kingdom to try and woo his one true love. He puts on a play in what we know as Super Mario Bros. 3, and the bitch spends the entire time crying backstage. He miniaturizes himself and his brother onto her fucking birthday cake for Christ's sakes, and she doesn't even notice. She feels nervous over his advances. She even changes her identity to Princess Peach to create distance between them. I mean, what's a guy gotta do to score? Mario tries to visit her in what we know as the Mario Brothers movie, flushing himself down the toilet or some shit and ending up in the Mushroom Kingdom again, and she acts like she doesn't even know him. This game sucked anyway, it was all cutscenes, like why do they even hold the controller? Thank God it had some wicked minigames courtesy of slotslights.com to keep things fresh while I was watching. By now, Mario's in a deep depression, retracts from his friends and family, staying at Hotel Mario for a few weeks. He lives out his heroic fantasies through paper dolls and what we know as Paper Mario, reliving the past of saving the princess before she rejected him and made him an incel. He returns home with a hangover, only to find a letter from the princess among the bills cluttering his mailbox. Please come to the castle, I've baked a cake for you. Holy shit. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. This is it. Mario rushes to the castle to acquire this cake from his one and only. He arrives outside the castle. No Luigi, no Toads, nobody to get between him and his prize, the Royal Poon. But again, Bowser stands in the way. Mario has to go to a fucking war zone, a frigid mountain. Along the way, he cleans her aquarium, builds her a fucking snowman, finds their dream home in the sky, fixes her antique clock. He spares no expense in expressing his love and desire on his way to defeating Bowser. And what does he get for his trouble? A kiss on the nose. Look how fucking pitiful he is. One little kiss and he flips his shit. This sexaholic's feeling like he's on huge island right now, if you catch my drift. This Wiggler ain't gonna have trouble finding her 8 red coins. And then the time comes. Nothing standing between him and this cake. He follows her like a horny dog right back into the castle, and it's a literal fucking cake. Mario's cucked again. This ain't right. Like, sure, him and Yoshi and the rest of the pals go go-karting on weekends with the princess. She's civilly leading him on despite stomping his balls straight into the friend zone. After saving her again in Mario World, the princess even agrees to go on vacation with him to Delfino Isle. But Mario spends the entire time doing community service for an indecent exposure charge while Peach is off having kids with Bowser. Girls always go for the bad boys, am I right, guys? But I digress, I'm getting off topic here. Man, I really feel for Mario. You watch his pattern of self-destructive behavior, his reckless simping for this girl that doesn't give 2 shits about him unless she's in peril. Mario tries to impress her still. I mean, by the 2010s, he has his own castle, he's a millionaire, his name is known the world over, but he's lonely. Really, really lonely. I wonder what he's gonna do next. Thanks for watching, guys, and for those incels struggling with loneliness and depression like me and our pal Mario here, consider checking out today's sponsor, eHarmony.